Hi and welcome to video number 5. We're going to be talking about a smashing strategy to start conversations with other people. Just a quick recap. So we've created a powerful headline. You've gotten a Kickstart expert status. And now we're going to start conversations with people. Whether you know them, you don't, that's the whole idea. In fact, if you don't know anybody from this point on, that's fine. This strategy will help you communicate, connect with people that you don't know. But the problem is that you can't just connect with anybody. You can't just contact anybody. And if you just start sending invites, then you're just going to get kicked out. And I'm going to be talking about a solution and a way around that. So the purpose of this video is to help you create conversations with professionals. And that means that you don't have to worry about anything else. Just create conversations for now. The key is to be proactive in groups and to hang out in groups. The same group, if you're in the same group, then you can message people. Now you probably don't want to message just about anybody. You probably want to create some sort of connection between that person first. Because even if you were to message them, they could just click on spam and you'll get suspended sooner or later. So you want to approach this the right way. So you need to make some sort of connection. The question is, how do you make a connection? Well, the first step is to be in the same group. You want to find a group, hang out at the group, make sure you're talking to those people in the group before you actually contact them. So resist the urge to actually message the people first. Even though you can do it, resist the urge right now. Start by going to the group's discussion board and talk with other people. So you can post a question, you can answer a question, you could like people's question. Just talk for now. So the whole idea is here to find a common ground. If you can find a common ground with somebody you're talking to, let's say the group could be your college. You could say, oh, I remember, hanging around the coffee shop or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to sound creepy at the same time. You do want to sound professional and so forth. But find some similarities with others and find some sort of common ground. And just talk for now. Another thing you can do is connect with the people that are hanging out and talking. So if you go to the discussion board and you find people that are doing a lot of the talking, then connect with those people. Because guess what? The talkers in the discussion board are normally the ones that, guess what? They talk a lot. They talk a lot. They're probably well acquainted with other people, well networked, and so forth. Not always, but that's a high probability. And many of these talkers tend to know other people. So let me show you this simple strategy that you can begin to implement right away. So let's go ahead and go to LinkedIn. If you scroll to the top, you will notice under groups that LinkedIn tells you your groups you that you might like, and you can also search for groups. Now, before you actually begin to search for groups or get started with groups, you need to think to yourself, okay, where is my target audience hanging out? That's the first question you should ask. And from then, whether you're selling to local businesses, local chamber of commerce, whether you're selling to internet marketers, maybe you have a product or you're an SEO expert and you want to talk to other people who are, in SEO and so forth. Maybe that's where your audience hangs out. So if I do that, I type in SEO, what LinkedIn will do is it'll automatically, tell you who your friends are part of certain groups that you can hang out at. And so let's say, for example, that I want to go to this group. and I read it, make sure that's everything that I want to do. I click on join group. And as you can see here, you can start a discussion or share something. You can attach files, you can start a poll, and so forth. And as you can see here, you can see popular discussions that people are having. One thing you could do is look through and try to find people that are the top influencers of this week, or the most people that do a lot of the talking, and don't just automatically contact them. Just see if you can find if they posted something here. And then, okay, for example, this girl here, looks like she's Sandy Pham. She's top influencer of this week. So, you know, you could like this comment. I'm a social media person who is trying to get started with blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she's just trying to get started. So your goal is to go through here and see who are the movers and the shakers and the people that are actually kind of being looked up upon by other people, and try to make, you know, contact with them. If you see them making a comment, you know, like their comment on it, and star it, and then even go further as to, you know, respond to it, see if you can talk to them, and just talk to them to the point where if they respond back and, you know, you ask them a question, they respond back, you can take it one step further. And I'll show you in the next strategy how to, you know, really make it so they actually are interested in what you have to offer and so forth. But the point of here is just to go through, sift through, look for people who are the talkers, the top influencers of the week, and see if you can actually possibly benefit them, or they could benefit you. And once in a while you will notice that other people come into these forums and into these groups looking for, you know, people like you. So for example, this person is looking for a company and looking for recommendations and so forth. So definitely look through this list and just talk. Just don't talk to just anybody, but talk to somebody, or make some discussions and so forth. Be proactive and make connections. And that's pretty much this video, is just to make connections, make discussions, and just show people that you are active in the group. And another goal here is, if you can show people that you are active in the group and you begin to contact people, they begin to see your face and so forth, they're familiar with you. Remember some people that come into a forum and then they just start telling people about their services, and then, you know, the people that are in the group get offended because they think that they're just coming in to spam the group, which is possible. So you definitely want to be proactive in the group, get acquainted with people, and see what you can do to help people, and so forth. For example, let's say, okay, I noticed this girl is responding to a lot of stuff, but we can tell obviously that she's just spamming the group. For example, this guy here asks, which form of design coding do you think is most compatible to SEO efforts? So if I click on that link, I'll notice that nobody has actually responded to this. It's 5 days ago. And if I look at this person here, and I look at their profile, and you can kind of get an idea of his background, who he is, if he has some sort of influence, what kind of connections does he have to so-and-so, and so forth. Because like I said, a lot of these guys, they come into these forums looking for somebody to answer their questions. And this kind of helps too, because this person spammed the page, so this guy's like, what in the world and then you come along and you actually provide a legitimate answer, obviously that will definitely stand out. So you want to make sure that you create conversations, but not just with anybody, but do your due diligence and do some research on the people first, and then comment and try to build relationships and grow them over time. And that's what we'll be talking about in the next video.